so proud of this community to see us all here today, students, educators, community members, elected officials, all gathered to honor the lessons in life of Martin Luther King, but more importantly, to continue the charge that he left us with when he was killed.
The Martin Luther King Jr. holiday is an occasion for memories, commemoration, and also for new resolve. This year in particular is significant, not only because, of course, down the road we see the inauguration for the second term of the first African American president, but also because this year, 2013, means we reached some milestones. Think about it. This year will mark the 50th anniversary of the March on Washington, and other anniversaries perhaps more tragic, like the bombings in Birmingham, the assassinations of Medgar Evers and JFK, the 45th anniversary of the death of Martin Luther King and Robert Kennedy. When you hear the voice of Martin Luther King, you know that there's always urgency, but it's never hurried. He often spoke about time, often to press the agenda of civil rights forward faster than many were prepared to do, but also to counsel patience and endurance for his followers. In one of his most famous addresses, he invited the following call and response, and probably it's familiar for many of us. How long? Not long. Note that he never said, now. What is promised in a dream is distant, though tantalizingly close. I believe that's why, for 50 years, we continue to invoke its power to inspire, to enchant, and to distract us from urgent business. Nevertheless, that half-century since the March has brought profound changes in how our society functions across numerous dimensions, even while progress in other areas has been grudgingly slow. The concept of diversity itself has blossomed beyond the dualities of black and white that so dominated the civil rights movement, and beyond questions of legal or de facto segregation. Beyond race and ethnicity, we now consider gender, sexual orientation, class, national origin, and even multiple identities within the same person. So whatever metaphor one uses, we now think about diversity differently than we did 50 years ago, where the notion of desegregation, of integration, were all about trying to erase distinctiveness, to assimilate into one sort of country. And now we realize, no, we lose something. As I guess has been said, when you're colorblind, you're blind altogether. In fact, I like to say that there's a difference between the way people on the left and people on the right think about progress in race relations. On the left, people say, well, I'll admit that we've come a long way, but we have so far to go. On the right, people say, I will admit that we have far to go, but look how far we've come. It's pretty much the same phrase.
I don't know about you, but I still believe in Dr. King's dream that one day we will live in a nation where we will not be judged by the color of our skin, but by the content of our character. If each of us just open our eyes and minds, we will find that in spite of our differences, we share more commonalities than we may be willing to admit.